Hey, this is Mike Gingerich, and I hope you're having a good day. Let me get situated here in front of the camera, the right thing here. So, yeah, I'm in my co-working office in Lancaster, Pennsylvania here in the candy factory. It's a old warehouse, and so the co-working office originally started in a building that had been a candy manufacturing plant. So we've outgrown that now, and we're in another larger warehouse, renovated facility. But and I'm in what's called the conference room. It's called the fishbowl, and it's a fishbowl because people can see in, see out, that type of thing. Because that's a glass, wall behind me here, and you can see there's a room right here. I guess it's this one, spiral staircase going up to a conference lounge area up above. This place is huge, like 6 floors, and I love it just because it's an opportunity to have interaction with lots of businesses. There's a lot of small businesses, solopreneurs, but larger companies with their teams, all those kind of things, all here. So this is kind of where I set up and come to the office every day, and wanted to take a look at those things. So today I want to talk about funnels and ROI. All right, so digital marketing, funnels, and digital marketing ROI, return on investment. What different types of metrics that you can think of? When you think of return on investment, obviously you think of income, sales, that type of piece. But there are other metrics that can and should be taken a look at as well with the digital marketing aspect. So just going to talk a little bit about what I've been having success with and what I've been seeing, and make sure my microphone is not hitting my shirt properly there so that I'm not getting any static on it. Let me hold it out here a little bit further. So what I've been seeing working with some clients is kind of a combination of doing some paid advertising on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, and targeting the right audiences that we want to grow the community. And so we're targeting audiences in multiple ways with those ads. So the Google ads, we're trying to drive them over to the website, okay? And when they have visited the website, we can try to get them to sign up for a email newsletter so that we can give them regular communication via email. But also we can put a Facebook retargeting pixel on that page, so that if they've been to the website, then we can run an ad to them on Facebook. And on Facebook, we're trying to do kind of a brand recognition, or because if somebody comes over to your website once, there's no guarantee that they're going to come back. There's no guarantee that they will sign up for the email at that point in time, or that they will remember that they signed up for it. You need to touch them multiple times. So if we can retarget them then on Facebook, then they've been over the website once, and now they come back around. We can remind them, hey, did you check this out? Go here for the latest news. And we can try to drive them back to the website again, but it's those multiple points of contact that are helping us. So from Google, I said Google Ads, trying to drive people to the website, have something there that we can capture them, not just that they're done, but that we're capturing them with a name or email address. And then on Facebook, one of the type of ads is a retargeting ad, where we're retargeting those who have visited the website. Another one is a key demographic ad, which is trying to target specific demographics that are the ideal customer type. So that might be the age, the geographic region. It might have special interests that they like, or different categories. We can do demographics, break that down even by job titles, those types of pieces. So we try to get very specific in terms of who we're going after to get in front of us. We're trying to discover new people. And what's the third one there is also taking a look at high performing posts and running some ads on them. So if I have a Facebook post and I've had some success with some short videos, that types of pieces, and if it's performing well, and a bunch of people have watched it, maybe a bunch of people have shared it or commented on it, then that's something that I may want to boost further. But when I boost it, I'm going to boost it to a specific target audience, that audience that I want to to reach that can be potential customers. Okay, and then if you go into your page settings, often Facebook will tell you, hey, these people have you know, liked this post. Why don't you invite them to like the page? So then you got to go through that. You want to make sure you invite these people to like the page, because 20 people liked the post from an ad, haven't yet liked the page. You want them to invite them to. This is like another touch. We're trying to touch people multiple times so that they're aware of us, so that they understand us, so that they're begin to become affinity to your organization over the course of time. It's a know, like, and trust relationship. First, they have to know you, and then through that content, hopefully you're doing it in such a way that they begin to like you, that there's a positive connection, and then through your content over time, hopefully that there's trust build up. Okay, so those things are the prerequisites, because generally, with an ad, particularly with many services, people are not just going to want to buy right away, and so they're not in the mode for that. So, but you want to do the know, the like, the trust, and to be top of mind, so that when they are thinking about purchasing, that you are a go-to on that. So that's a little bit of that top of the funnel, trying to get the right people. Then the middle of the funnel is getting them over to the website, where we're trying to reach them multiple times. So retargeting is a little bit of the mid funnel, because they've been there, and I'm trying to reach them again. But mid funnel, largely for me, is that trying to move them into getting them somehow to second touch them, and that's typically with email. I'm trying to capture an email address, growing that email list, and then sending out in regular emails to them with some opportunities, with some interesting things, and resourcing them, educating them, building trust, ultimately being able to offer some type of sale or offer within that email. So email is a key selling tool in the whole digital marketing funnel. I mean, it's sometimes on Google, they're searching for something and they find it, they come over and they're ready to buy right then. But many times they're doing research, they're not ready to buy yet. And so we need to find a way to stay in touch with them. And so retargeting can be a way to do that. Getting their email can be a way to do that. So we want to nurture that. That's in the middle of the funnel. And we want to offer some specific offers to them after we've built the know, like, trust relationship. And that can come via an email sequence, so it's down the pike. It's not the first one, it's not the second one, but it might be the seventh one that they get over the course of 2 weeks, or that type of thing. So you got to think a little bit long term, but you can automate this sales funnel and go through those pieces, and then that can be a powerful sales agent 24/7 that you can target. But it's all about targeting the right audiences. And so it's one of the services we offer is like the Facebook ads and the Google ads. I mean, there's some things to wade through there, and to find the right audiences is you got to know your way around. And so that's why we can do what we do, and that we recommend having a conversation with us about that. But ultimately, you can create that automated sales funnel, which has a process that will take care of itself. Let me just make sure I think if I got anything at the bottom of the funnel where that specific offer is at. And that might be even to be you have to think about what that offer is for you. Is it a product demonstration? Is it a specific free trial? Is it a webinar? Is it a contact, to be in touch with a salesperson? That type of piece, so that that you're ready for the transaction. The bottom of the funnel is closing the deal, moving to the next step to close the deal. The first top of the funnel is just trying to find that and target that right audience, and then build the know, like, trust relationship. And then in the middle of the funnels, we're trying to move them into a place where we can build conversation with them, the know, the like, the trust. The top is discovering them, is getting in front of the right people. So I want to talk about that. Now, the second piece that I want to talk about is the metrics that you can take a look at. So obviously, number one is sales revenue. Okay, that if you're spending, you know, $300 on Facebook ads in a month's time, and you got a sale out of that, and that sale was worth $8,000 to you. Okay, so and you could tie those directly. You know that sale was a new customer that saw the Facebook ad, clicked on it, came over, and then, you know, signed up, contacted you, you reached out, and that sold. So you can tie those things together. So what do you got? $300, and you had $8,000 in revenue. So, you know, you can subtract that. There's your baseline of what that cost you, what that total net profit was, you know, to get that sale from that marketing effort. So that's number one. That's usually the key that we return, that we think about. Now, the other thing is to be aware of if your product is something that recurs. Okay, so maybe you're trying to get them on some type of subscription, whether it's monthly or whether they have to renew something yearly, that type of thing. So then your ROI can be longer, and you know, might have to track that over the course of time. Let's just go with a monthly example to show you that. So again, if I spent $300 on a Facebook ad, and then let's do it for practical purposes. My product cost $50, so I got one person to sign up. So in month one, it cost me $300, and you know, they paid me $50, so I'm still in the negative there. However, you know, if they're with me for 10 months, now that's $500 of income. And remember, I still only spent $300 to get them. So now I'm on the positive, you know, a little bit, $200 to the plus. But the key then is, how long can I keep them? So if I can retain them, and you have to figure that out over time. Can you retain them for an average of 3 years? So then if you take a look at that, if you know that if I can get somebody on a subscription and 75% of those people are going to stay 36 months at that price figure, well, extrapolate that out, and there you got some profitability. So that's a way at looking at long-term return on investment, particularly if you have some type of recurring service that you offer. Okay, and now, so other ways of evaluating ROI are not just number of leads generated. Okay, so that is the number of emails that you grew in your email list. So that's a metric, because you know that if you can target the right people and you get them signed up for an email, over the course of time, you'll be able to say how many from that email list made a purchase. And so growing that list can be a valuable key tool for you there to know a little bit about what your sales pipeline can be down the pipe, because of the size of your email list and the conversion rate of that email list to people buying on your site. All right, that's another one. Let's see here, where do I want to go with that? And then following through in that, the growth of the email list is one thing, but then tracking that through the email list to how many people ultimately convert and buy something from that email list. So converting those leads, I think, is a key piece there. So those are different metrics of ROI that you know, are in addition to just the revenue that you want to take a look at. And now, we always recommend that you're doing some testing with things. So a ROI piece can be your offer to sign up for the email newsletter list, okay? Because you may have an offer out there and you think that offer is great, but maybe you should test it with another one to see which performs better, or if there's a difference in the landing page and which performs better. That's what's called like an A/B test. And you know, so that's a metric to watch for ROI, is to see if kind of running the same campaigns to the same target audiences, but directing them to two different landing pages, if one page converts higher, has more signups off that than the others. And so that's an ROI factor, because higher signups, again, if they're going through the process correctly, know, like, and trust, making an offer, ultimately making a purchase. So therefore, the amount of people that you get to sign up for that email. So there's multiple steps in the process, right? We got to target the right people. We got to get them to the site. Then we have to have the page be conducive to a good experience for them, and the offer to be of value to them, so that they want to act on that, and then move into that process, sign up, those types of pieces. So that's what I want to talk about today. Hopefully that gives you some tips, some ideas on the funnel and the different possibilities for ROI that you want to be considering when you're thinking about what you're doing online. So again, online marketing has some great possibilities. I didn't even get into some of the pieces that you can do with your e-commerce. Let's say your website is e-commerce. Let's just give you one there. All right. So if you set up your e-commerce site correctly, we often do WordPress with a shopping cart called WooCommerce. You can set up tools on there that identifies if someone stops in the process. So let's say they put 3 things in their cart and then they never checked out. Okay. So we can actually track that and send them a email follow-up later on. And because if they got far enough in that process where we had them create an account, or we know what their email address is, but they didn't check out, we can then send them a follow-up and say, hey, you left 3 items in your cart. Do you want to follow? Here's the link to quickly take care of that. You can even offer them an incentive, that type of thing. Hey, if you want to check out now, here's a code for 10% off. There's all kinds of possibilities within that. But those are the kind of pieces that we need to be thinking through strategically across the life cycle of online marketing. So people are buying things online, people are researching things online, and they're not always ready to buy right away, but they are evaluating things and having them take a next step. And the next step over the course of time, you can build that brand awareness and the know, like, trust relationship, so that you're top of mind when they are ready to purchase. It does take strategy. It does take knowing the tools. And, that's where it's good to have a conversation, take a look at some of these pieces where someone, can help you identify that funnel strategy and set up the methods to get that in place, but also to measure it so that you can tell how that's working for you. All right. So that's what I got for today with Live with Mike, funnels and ROI. Hopefully that's helpful for you. If you have questions, always feel free to leave them in the comments area. And until next time, experiment with video. Do video. If you want it to, if you're just testing it quickly, test video in Instagram stories. Okay, it's only 15 seconds. It's going to go away in 24 hours. Try that. So think about some of these pieces. You can try to if you're doing a video that's like 1 minute long, you can use that on multiple services: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It works well. LinkedIn. You can even add that to YouTube. Those types of pieces. So multiply the effect of one piece of content by doing that way. Video is performing well. Hopefully you know that. That's another side tip we can go into another time. All right. So I'll leave you with that. I think I said it a number of times, but that's it for today. This was Live with Mike. Over and out.